everybody, welcome back. Today I have a tutorial on this look. I wanted to incorporate glitter in a way that was clean and simplistic. So without the wing liners and the cut creases, as much as I love them, they can be a bit tricky, and this look is super easy. I've got 3 different lip options depending on your mood, but this eye pretty much goes with everything. If you would like to join the family, then hit the subscribe button below and we can geek out about makeup together. And I hope you enjoy.
So aren't you glad to meet me?
We're starting with the eyes today because glitter, you know, it's an absolute headache and it gets everywhere. I'm going to apply some concealer to the brow bone just to knock back any veininess or redness. This will help to make the final eye look just that bit cleaner and crisper. Maybe a weird step, but I'm going to powder underneath the eyes. We're going to remove this later on, but my moisturizer is really tacky, so glitter wants to adhere to it and embed itself in my cheeks. So powdering now makes my life a little easier later on. This eye look is very simple. I think it's only 3 different eyeshadows, which, you know, in the grand scheme of makeup tutorials on YouTube, pretty simple. To begin, I'm using this Anastasia cream eyeshadow, and it's very glittery and bitty. I think it's sort of meant to be a dupe for the Stila Magnificent Metal something or other, I don't know what it's called. So the effect is gorgeous. The formula is very temperamental. It wants to be patchy and chunky, and I find the best way to apply it is to just keep smoothing down those lumps with a finger. It might take a while, it might take forever, but it's worth the hassle. So this look is more about adding light than building depth, but I feel like my eye shape always needs a little bit of shading. MAC Soba. I love this for glittery looks because it's a satin, it's got a very small amount of sheen, so it provides a textural transition so that glitter doesn't just stop abruptly, it blends out softly. Does that make any sense? If you try blending out a glitter edge with a matte shadow, I think you'll see what I mean. You thought we were done with the glitter? We're not. Now we're taking a loose, fine glitter to pack over the mobile lid. That cream eyeshadow that I used a bit earlier, it has a bit of a sticky finish, so loose eyeshadows adhere really well over it. But if you're using a glitter pigment alone, you're gonna need some sort of glitter glue. This shade is a white with a yellow gold reflect, again keeping it really light and bright, but you do you, girlfriend, pick whatever color you like. Now take a black gel liner on some sort of detail brush and push the product into the bed of the lashes. This is kind of like tight lining from above. I don't want it to look like eyeliner at all. It's mainly to make the lashes look black again, because currently they're 2 feet in white glitter and it looks kind of messy. Once you've tight lined from above, you can tight line from below, so push the gel right between the lashes, and that's the only eyeliner, in inverted commas, that we're doing today. Now we can dust away any of those rogue cheeky glitters, and because we powdered earlier, they sweep away really easily. Also a bit of micellar water to remove that powder, and rehydrating with my moisturizer, just my regular moisturizer, so that the skin is perfectly prepped for the base. Prime the skin however you like to prime. I added some pore minimizing primer just to the schnoz. Ooh, this is actually a new favorite of mine. It's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I always want to say Rainbow of the Sea, isn't that bizarre? Anyway, so good. It's a dropper style foundation with a sheer coverage, sort of a satiny finish, but it looks very much like skin. It's a very realistic skin finish. It might be a less than ideal choice for New Year's Eve because I think it has a physical sunscreen, so it might flash back. I actually haven't tested that yet, but otherwise adore it. So pretty. Since that foundation is a bit on the sheerer side, I'm going a little bit heavier with concealer and also using that to highlight between the brows, on the side of the mouth, wherever I get a bit shadowy. Beauty blender, dab, 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 dab. Have you guys been watching the Boyfriend Does My Voiceover challenge? It's freaking hilarious. I'm like addicted. If you haven't already watched the one on Carly Bible's channel, go watch it. Oh, I cried laughing. To set that concealer, I'm using a banana powder. I find that banana powders tend to preserve that highlight under the eyes where sometimes a translucent powder can dull the highlight. As I said earlier, a tacky face is an absolute magnet for glitter fallout, so I'm making sure that all those offending areas are totally matte, or else I'll be picking glitter fallout off my cheeks forever and ever. This is a very lashy look, but you can go about it in a few different ways. So today I'm using an absolute ton, like a truckload of knot-free individuals in the small and the medium size. I find that individuals, they just always look a little bit more random and fluffy than strip lashes. But if you find individuals tricky to apply, just use a pair of strip lashes. Or if you find that tricky, then just pile on the mascara. I've gone ahead and applied my usual fluffy, bushy brow that I've demonstrated in a million videos before, so I'll link one of those videos in the description box. Also, when your nose is runny, but your makeup is on fleek, you gotta do what you gotta do. Take another Q-tip, preferably not the one you put in your nose, and remove any of that black eyeliner that might have transferred to the lower waterline. We're going to create a new lower lash line. I've used this technique before on my channel. It makes the eyes look massive. So line the lower waterline with a nude colored eyeliner. Apply the nude to the lash line too. So really get between the lashes, really get it on there. At this stage, your lash line should look as though it's kind of disappeared, so that now we can map out a false one. Flat detail brush, back to our crease color, MAC Soba. Etch a line a few millimeters below your actual natural lash line. And then you can soften out the lower portion of that line with a fluffier brush, and voila, you've made a new lash line. Next step, also optional, but it completes the illusion. I'm applying a few of these Uemura cluster lashes to my fake lower lash line. These cost me an absolute fortune, but they're so fine and the band is so invisible, so they're perfect for this purpose. So you're going to apply those cluster lashes actually onto the skin. And when you apply your mascara, just apply to the very tips of the lashes. I'm also taking this moment to highlight the tear duct with a shimmery white, and boom, that's the eyeshadow done. Now you're doe-eyed, like Bambi. Back to the face, and I kept it pretty simple, just some subtle bronzing around the hairline, a bit on the cheekbones. I love this bronzer. It's not orange at all, it leans a bit cooler, and part of the pan is matte and the other side is shimmer. So you can focus your brush in either side of the pan depending on what you're feeling on the day. For blush, I'm going with a matte peach. You could pair this eye look with either a very warm blush and lip or a very cool blush and lip. I think it would look awesome with a bubblegum pink cheek and lip. I think that would be really cool. I just kind of prefer peach on my coloring. If you can get your hands on this Stila highlight palette, do it right now. Right now. When you touch the formula, it feels like a gel or a cream, but you can apply it like a powder with a brush. Also, I find it really interesting that there's no base color on this. It's totally transparent until the light hits the skin and then it beams. I mean, look at that shine. It looks wet. Bit on the tip of the nose. I'm switching fingers because I'm always unintentionally rude and it's a bad habit. I'm trying to break it. Look at all my sparkle. Eyes, nails, cheeks. You said New Year's Eve. I deliver. To show you how versatile this eye look is, I paired it with 3 totally different lip colors and I think they all look equally awesome. So starting with a nude lip, I applied a nude lip liner all over and then topped it with a nude lipstick. I feel like you get better longevity with a nude lip if you layer different products. That lipstick was a tad too nude for my coloring, so I did blot it down. Also, last minute addition, I'm dusting that glitter pigment that I use on my eyes onto my cheekbones, which I wouldn't normally do, but my mother, she was egging me on. She's like, you won't put glitter on your cheekbones, you're too classy. I was like, what? Pass me that glitter. So next we have a classic red. This one's called Chateau M by MAC. It's one of the new liquid lipstick formulas. So every time I apply liquid lipstick, I tell myself, Karima, take your time, make it neat. And then 30 seconds in, I'm like, screw that, ain't nobody got time. And I'm left with this really overdrawn, messy mouth. How gorgeous is that red though? Oh, so velvety. The final lip is a vamp. Application is getting progressively messier here. Shout out to the Ofra liquid lipsticks. I think they are my favorite liquid lip formula thus far. This one is Ofra Harlem, which is Vampy Lip Goals. Hashtag goals. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please remember to be safe this silly season. I would love to chat to you in the comments. Let me know which of those 3 lip colors was your favorite. Come say hello to me on Instagram. My @ handle is at Karima McKimmie. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.
glad to meet me?